Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Good day to my classmates under PA 110, which is Islamic Concept of Public Administration, most especially to Ma'am Aida Bicuaro. I am Candidato Sirad Mangandog and I am the first reporter, and the assigned topic to me is all about the introductory part, which comprises the introduction of the definition and general concept, as well as the history and so on and so forth. So, what is an Islamic perspective on public administration? Okay, so as we all know, Islam is a comprehensive way of life. It treats and nourishes an administrator personality via trustworthiness, honesty, virtue, politeness, responsibility, and accountability. And it also discusses the intrinsic characteristics of man to represent an elaborative debate in the form of moral values of man, particularly concerning the public administration. So in Islam, it gives a criteria to administrators, or what are the characteristics or traits that an administrator should possess. So as you can see, nandiyan si trustworthiness, honesty, virtue, politeness, responsibility, and accountability. It is because an administrator in a public administration should value should have or should be of moral values. So ang ibig sabihin nito is kailangan maganda yung katayuan niya sa buhay, katayuan niya bilang isang mamamayan, standing niya, at saka pag-ugali niya sa nakakapalibot sa kanya. In order for him or her to gain the trust and confidence of the people surrounding him or surrounding her. So by nature, Islam is the faith of an administrative oriented, and it incorporates the professional code of morality and civil services, which constitute the moral fiber of civil servants. So it is expected that an administrator should be a professional by way of having a moral dignity. For example, he possesses a moral obligation. For example, he understands the rules, the regulations being implemented by the laws of the land. For example, by the in this area we have this Sharia law. So in order for an effective administrator, he or she has a strong faith and be of a professional exercise a professional code of morality. So pasubali po, if ever there are ambiguous things that I've discussed, so hindi niyo rin maintindihan minsan kasi hindi rin naman tayo matalino. So I am expecting that everyone would or feel free to comment down below on the comment section for any clarification or questions. So public administration is the executive side of the government that relies on the public officials to put into practice the public policies. In an Islamic point of view, public administration is the body of people appointed worker of Islamic State, which executes the orders of Islamic State upon the citizens and manages the public affairs Islamically, and makes the state governable on the basis of Islamic Sharia. So the best example for these Islamic countries who are implementing Islamic Sharia is the Saudi Arabia, because they are 100% dominated mostly dominated by Muslim community. So okay, the introduction. Public administration, definition, and general concepts. Saklaw nito lahat ng gusto nating malaman. So, public administration is the government in action which is carried out by the group of people or an appointed staff or public officials. In an Islamic perspective, public administration is the body of people which executes the orders of Islamic State upon the citizens and manages the public affairs and makes state governable on the basis of Islamic Sharia. Likely, the researcher Dritzler 2018 argues that Islam assists how to organize and manage the public sphere. So, as we can see, the definition itself stated that in Islamic perspective, um, uh, public administration is a composition of people who execute the orders of Islamic State. For example, the Sharia, which is the primary source, which are the primary sources, is the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Moreover, the evidences highlight that Islamic State enjoyed the extremely functional, developed, and highly mature public administration long before Europe. So, in this research by Samer, Saleh, and Mohammed, so they stated that before the civilization, or before Europe, there is a extremely functional and developed and highly mature public administration in some of the countries in the world which practices Islam. And it also gives a practical administration and in which an administrator carrying out any duties in the best interest of people. So, right now, malakas po kasi yung ulan sa amin, so please bear with me. The principles of Islamic administration can be applied in any organization, and its impact center around the managerial practices, employment practices, and training and development of an administrator. So, alam naman natin on our previous subjects, on our previous major subject in MPA, that public administration primarily concerned with the organization, how an organization be successful on their productions for successful implementation of rules and policies. So in Islamic administration, it also talks about the impact center around the managerial practices, the employment practices, and so on and so forth. In sum, public administration in Islam is the hierarchically organized body of public officials of Islamic State who work through fixed rules and procedures to realize governmental objectives as expressed in the state policy, which is the Sharia policy, and programs envisaged and instructed by the Chief Executive of Islamic State and all other consultative members of Shura, or what we call as Assembly. So this is very explanatory. So when we read this one, just focus on the Islamic perspective for us to widely understand how public administration and Islamic perspective evolve. The Quranic word yadbiru stands for administration, and it means to direct, conduct, manage, run, engineer, steer, devise, marshal, regulate, be in charge, manage well, economize, devise a plan, and conduct the course of businesses. So, to summarize, all the activities concerning the proper administration of certain rules and policies, for example, in a certain organization. So, ang sinasabi doon is administration, which is in Arabic word, Quranic word, which is yadbiru. So, we can see a reference which is in Surah Nisa 59, As-Sajdah 5, Jonah, Yunus 3, Arad, which in Surah Nisa we have here, A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ati'ullaha wa ati'ur rasul وأولي الأمر منكم فإن تنازعتم في شيء فرُدُّوهُ إلى الله والرسول إن كنتم تؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر ذلك خير وأحسن تأويلا. So the English translation is that, "O you who believe, obey God and obey the apostle and those charged with authority among you. If you differ in anything among yourselves, refer it to God and His apostle. If you do believe in God and the last day, that is best and most suitable for final destination." So, in this ayah, we could understand that we should, in the given preferences, in the given or the set of rules and policies indicated in the Quran, in Islamic perspective, we must adhere and obey what Allah has uh, ought us or taught us or commanded us to do in order for us to become a successful administrator on our daily activities. Because in Islam, all our administrators or administer, when we say all are entitled to be called as administrator, because for example in the household, the wife is primarily responsible for the house cleanliness and the children of her husband. So makikita natin doon na halimbawa, ang pinakasimpleng halimbawa nito is yung mga magulang natin, yung nanay natin is they can be called as administrator because mayroong policies na binigay sa kanya as indicated in the Quran na kung saan he must obey kung ano yung dapat niyang gawin, kung ano yung nakatakdan dapat na ginagawa is dapat gawin niya ng maganda para maging smooth yung relationship, yung communication na mayroon sila sa kanilang loob ng bahay, for example. Yun ho yung pinakasimpleng example. In Islamic administration, Sharia affects every aspect of administration such as recruitment. Okay, in recruitment, meron sa Sharia. So, of course, sa pag-appoint ng in the employment or the appointment for employees, there must be a criteria or there must be a certain needed to be accomplished. Or for example, meron silang educational attainment. So, ang Sharia talaga is hindi nagpapahuli sa Western education or sa secular or Western education. Budgeting. Meron ding budgeting in Islam, supervision, efficiency, evaluation, and policy analysis. This is indicated in Surah Nisa 59 of what I have heard. What I have read a while ago. Public administration in Islam possesses the unique principles in its nature, as it not only guides but shapes the behaviors of individuals spiritually and morally. So, it is because hindi tayo dapat lumihis. We are not allowed to deviate from what is being set or what is the rules and regulation or the laws given by Allah. Hindi tayo pwedeng mag-deviate para spiritually and morally maganda yung takbo ng ating pamumuhay. It establishes an active government in the foundation of human society. Based on the trained and guided administration, as it was an integrating part of administration under Holy Prophet and Orthodox Caliphs Qadri. This is by Qadri et al. 2016. So, in Islam, so this is I think this become wasyat. In Islam, we are intended to follow the footsteps of the Holy Prophet, which is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as well as the uh, practices of his Orthodox caliphs. Then 1.2, which is the aims and objectives of Islamic administration. Islamic public administration model is an abstract construct. It does not describe the real world situation, because in Islam, um, the present, the future, and the past is all already indicated in the Quran. So we must follow what, as I have said a while ago, that kung ano yung naka-indicate sa Quran, yun lang yung dapat nating i-follow, yun lang dapat nating gawin, uh, para maging maganda yung ating pamumuhay, na hindi tayo lumilihis sa kung anong itinakda ng Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rather, it provides an ideal to which all Muslim societies should strive to approximate. This ideal is not, however, an utopian, since incidents in Islamic history demonstrate its application and feasibility. In the present-day Muslim world, one does not find an Islamic model as a form of government operations. Okay, all of the 50 members countries of the Organization of Islamic Conference have structured their politico-administrative system based on exogenous models. This is either autocratic or capitalist, or democratic or socialist, autocratic, which are not fully compatible with Islam. So there are other models, or there are theories uh, which is being applied, kung saan hindi maganda yung hindi tugma o hindi magandang i-follow o maging guidelines para sa Islamic public administration point of view. Our university education system is secular. Of course, kahit na meron tayong here in the Philippines, we have Presidential Decree 1083. So, meron tayong Sharia law, meron tayong batas, meron din tayong mga universities, meron tayong mga madrasa, madaris. So, secular pattern and Western universities. So, hindi talaga mawawala yung Western education. So, laging nakapaloob pa rin doon sa mga madrasas. A content analysis of various courses at the universities and other training academies reveals that almost all of them ignore Islam. So, mostly, kahit na sa mga Islamic State, so ipinapasok na rin yung Western education as a mode or part of the curriculum.